hold up, 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 hold up. And told that you better hold up. I made a throw up. Legendary about to blow up. Me, you need to hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. And told that you better hold up. I made a throw up. Legendary about to blow up.
Hey man. First of all, hope everybody enjoying your holidays. Now, if you don't know where we at, I don't know what you've been watching. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you got to just get with the program. We keep dropping these episodes. Y'all keep asking for people that's of significant value and doing things in the community, making a difference. And I told y'all, we've had Ayo, we've had Chico, we've had Mike. Like, we literally keep breaking y'all people that's educating y'all, putting y'all up on game. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and just leave me a little comment. Let me know who you want me to interview next, because I'm going to keep them coming. Whether it's somebody in another city, whether it's somebody in Daytona. But I'm sitting here, man. I'm at Mainland High School in Daytona Beach, Florida. The state champions, right? The state champions now of this year. Like, I don't know a bigger interview y'all about to expect from me. So with that being said, I have a guy here, man, I'm about to sit with that's been coaching for 16 years. I'm talking about 16 years. And is also a family man. Take care of his family and do what he needs to do to be successful. I'm talking about it was a state champion for the same high school in 2003. So we're talking a 20-year difference. And he has brought it back to light and brought the same kind of intensity and effort here as a coach, once as he did as a player. Went to Bethune-Cookman College, which is also located in Daytona Beach, Florida. Was a 4-year academic All-American at Bethune-Cookman College, a 3-year captain on the team. He is 5th in sacks and 7th in tackle, and is now a state champion as a head coach. I got the one, the only, Coach Roland. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, man. Welcome on the channel, man.
Thank you. Had to bring the baby with me.
Welcome on the channel, man.
Sir.
Like I said, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man, and thank you for welcoming us to Mainland, into this beautiful gym that a lot of history is in. It's been a blessing to be able to sit down with you and do what we're about to do, man.
Yes,
but I guess my first question for you will be, how was it being a player and winning the state championship, and then now being a coach and winning the state championship?
So this is the question. This the $100 million question I've been asked a bunch. One, more so, it's been geared towards like which one was better. Obviously, as a player, it's amazing. You're with your friends,
right?
Guys you've been playing with all your life,
right?
Cats that you done, you bled with, you cry with,
right?
You go through, you hate coach with, right?
Right.
All those things. So it was special for us because we had so much success as juniors, getting to the 4th round, a game before state, and then coming back and kind of not knowing what was going to happen, and people changing positions and that kind of thing. So sheer joy, man. Again, like it's joyous regardless. I think, but then as a coach, for anybody that's a parent, right? When you have kids, whether it's the first step, like me watching my son tackle a tackling dummy 2 years ago,
right.
I was so ecstatic and happy, like more than anything I could imagine. And so this year, right, winning it as a coach,
right,
was just a little more gratifying because those are my babies. Them boys, like they're boys and they're young men, but they're my babies. So to watch them have the smile on their face, to be happy, to see they know that they can work hard for something and achieve it.
Right.
It's been awesome. So it's been a bunch of joy. Like my best friend Akeem said, we could have broke down on the side of the highway when we won it both of these times now, and nothing would have took the joy away. Like, we would have been happy forever. That's why I posted on Facebook, man, like the church song said, the joy that I have,
right.
They give it to me, they can't take it. Like it's just joyous, man.
That's nice, man. It was a big thing. I was at work. I think what kickoff time? What time that was?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. I get up at 3:30, right?
Yeah.
I'm calling. What do I get? It's like Bally Sports or Rally Sports or something.
Bally.
I done went and it was like $1 or something. I'm like, I don't even care. I'm finna watch it. And I'm at work, like, man, seeing the first kickoff get to it back, I was like, okay. Hey, now, I'm finna leave work. I'm telling my boss, I gotta go, man. I can't do it. I can't cut no more. I need to get to the house, take a shower, eat, and watch this game.
Relax.
Yeah, because I felt like, you had the whole city behind you, being the fact that obviously what happened on last year, and then that was a game that I watched as well. And then going into this year, I feel like it took a lot of, just y'all staying true to the game and really sitting down and getting a new blueprint to be able to execute, because it's, people always say, you got to think, 03 was the last time, right?
20 years
ago. It took 20 years to rebuild something to get it back. So to go from, 2022 to 2023 and go from, runner-up to now the winner, it's like, how does that feel?
Man, it feels amazing. Again, sticking with something, right? I tell people that the story isn't the finishing of this state championship. The story goes back to when we first got here as a coach staff. I don't say I because it's not just me. It's the other 14 men that work with me, right? Not for me, with me. So this started back in 2021 when we first got here. We didn't get here till April, right? These kids have been off for a long time. No structure in the sense of when we first got back. And so we had to like just re-implement everything. And what we ended up falling upon was what we call the buck way. You see it on the back of our shirts. You see us put it out there. And the buck way is just truly sticking to doing things the right way. Choosing right, doing right, however you want to look at it. That's what we started with. And we lost a lot of kids that transferred in the first year.
I saw that.
And, in 2021, 22 to be exact. And then we had the 5-5 season. And then we got to 2022, man, and dedicated ourselves to just becoming mainland again, right? Because no matter what you want to say, man, when I worked with Coach Wilson when he was the head coach, he made it a standard here of winning. We made a lot of runs getting to the fourth round and losing to certain teams. With Coach Moranto, same thing. He coached me. I coached for him for 2 years. Same thing. He created a standard. And so we told the kids, as the saying goes, mainland is mainland. They couldn't say that. Yeah. They had to earn that part of it. And so we made them fight for that to be able to say that again. Yeah. And after 2022, we were like, okay, we can say that again. Right. We got to get back dominating locally. But, man, it feels amazing. Like I say, because we stuck to the Buck way. Right. And even in that game, sticking to the Buck way was tested. We had the worst possible start ever. Yeah. You're talking about the kickoff return for a touchdown. You're talking about them blocking a field goal, for a touchdown. Right. Our defensive kids sitting back like, man, this is a team that's averaging 40 points a game, over 400 yards of offense, and they literally aren't doing anything. And we're down 14-0. Right. And so the best part about it was our leaders in the locker room, especially at halftime, were like, we're okay. People think we went in there and said this whole crazy speech. We didn't, man. Ramon McCullough, L.J. McCray, Christian Hudson, Dennis Murray Jr., Myra Schaefer, Manny Wayers, our captains, those guys were vocal about stick to it. We're killing them in yardage. We got to finish drives. Like, it's cliche. Right. We had to finish. We were getting the red zone at will. We just had to finish. But I think the kids sticking to the Buck way, which a lot of, I can tell you kind of what it is, but you got to go through it to understand what the Buck way is, because it's hard, it's grimy, it's slimy at times. But, man, when you get through it and trust it, you get the prize that we got now.
Yeah, which is the ultimate prize. And, you got the goal. Y'all got the medallions, the trophy, got the rings coming up. I'll say I was, me being a fan and, being an alumni, I was definitely rooting for y'all. It was like, okay, I'm watching the game, and I love sports, so I'm breaking it down. I'm a real fan. I like black and white. I like stats and everything. So I said the same thing. I'm like, okay, well, he took the kickoff to the crib. I give you that. Yep. Blocked the field goal, took it to the crib. I give you that. They ain't doing nothing.
No, nothing. And that was the crazy part, was that we felt like going in, man, that we had a team that they had not seen before, right? Mm-hmm. We know what kind of talent we possess on defense. You're talking about 8 guys that are Division I football players. Some of them have signed this past week, and the other ones are underclassmen, and they're going to sign in the next 2 years. So we knew what we could do to them on defense. We felt like our offensive line and running game was stuff we could lean on. Mm-hmm. It was just honestly about staying poised. Right. I told people a lot. I've had people. Coach T.A. would talk to me about this. My mom would talk to me about my teams taking on my personality, and the way I behaved during the course of a game is how they're going to behave. So the younger me, I can guarantee you would have kind of been I would have been shook a little bit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But I think, man, being in it so long now and having had really good teams, when I was at FPC and we lost in the first round, having been here in mainland year 1, we lost in the first round, having gone to the state championship last year, losing by 2, right? You grow. And so I knew over the course of this game, it's like, man, just stay with it, Travis. Don't panic. It's no point of going off on people and why we not tackling and why we can't finish the drive and who didn't step down on the field goal to get it blocked. Like, that wasn't going to do anything. Yeah. Because if you go off on these kids now, right, they might quit on you. Yeah. Or they quit on you and shut down. Yes. You're losing. And I always say the reason why I've learned that was my start, right? Yes, I'm this high school coach of a state power in Florida, but my start with coaching was in Pop Warner. When I had Romello Dotson, Wham, Nathan Braswell, all those guys that played for me on Mighty Mike. Like, I learned then, if we yell at a young kid that's 7, 8, 9 years old, they're going to shut down.
Right.
And so I've kind of kept that with me through this time, and that's kind of how we got through that first half and, understanding that, man, we're going to be fine the second half. We come out and score a touchdown.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. I was like, once they get going on how they played all year, I said, I'm at the house like, we're going to be good. But, it was, down the stretch where you're like, okay, now it's 7 minutes to go now. You know what I mean? I was even one of those people where, the coach called that timeout for the field goal.
Yeah.
And if you go back and look at the tape, it was about 2 or 3 guys right there.
They were going to block it
They
for
were
sure.
block the field
They were
goal
going to block it
again.
for sure.
So when he hiked the ball, I'm like, he finna block.
Yep. Timeout.
Oh, my God. I'm like,
Praise God.
Well, he don't know what he just did.
Praise God.
He don't even know, right?
Yep.
And then I remember they put the camera kind of on y'all. I don't know if you went back and watched the game, but I can see y'all trying to get the snap. And get
Yes,
like,
man. Yeah, we tried.
Block.
Yes.
I'm on
Step
I'm
down.
playing Warzone.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, bro, if they just block, he got to make this an extra point. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw it and they snapped it, people tried their best to hold, and he kicked it.
Yep.
Once he kicked it and it went in, man, I almost flipped my whole game in area.
Man, I've had a few people send me videos when that kick went through, but like you said, it goes back to even, man, like when we came back, right? I don't think some people, I think a lot of people were so excited they didn't even pay attention to it. So when we scored to make it, they were up 13-12. We go for 2, right? The band is jumping. Like you said, the tonal was there, man. The positive energy in the stadium was crazy. We went for 2 and didn't get it.
Right.
You wouldn't have known we didn't get it because the fans, the band, like the kids, they were so crazy hype. And I knew at that moment, I was like, man, as long as we give ourselves a chance to have the ball at the end, we're going to win this game, because you could see that at that moment, our kids like, we're here. This is our game to win.
Right.
Like, we're going to have to lose the game for us to lose.
Right.
Like, you could just tell, because most of the time, man, you don't get a two-point conversion. You have people screaming, why you do that? Right. Or you have the kids like, oh, my God, coach, what happened? Nope, we didn't get it, and everybody was still running around going crazy. And I say you could feel the good positive energy in the stadium. You could feel the good karma happening throughout the game. Like, even though, you think about, some of the mainland teams I played on, the older mainland teams, man, 4th and 2, we get a false start penalty, which I've watched the game on TV. I still can't find the false start on the receiver that he called, right?
Man.
So we go from 4th and 2 to 4th and 7.
Right.
A lot of people don't know. I asked our kicker, hey, can you make this? And he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to try the 47-yarder. We thought otherwise of it. But when you get a penalty like that, most of the time, kids implode, programs implode. But again, I think you saw the trust our program, right, has in each other. We're not just some team. We're a high school program, one of the best programs in this state, even in this country, I would tell you.
Right.
And so you saw our program not be phased, not be moved because of a flag. Okay, we need instead of needing 3 yards, now we need 8.
Right.
Right. And so we went out there and executed, and then I think at that point the kids knew, like, we just gotta get down here, and whether it's scoring a touchdown or kicking a field goal, nobody really was phased by the what we were gonna do. And, again, he called timeout, thank God. I know much to his chagrin, but we're thankful for it because we executed the second time around. And, I've been sharing videos, man, when that kick went through, Coach T.A., myself, and Coach Dennis King all fall down to the ground on our knees, man. It's I ugly cried. Thank God the camera wasn't on me when it happened, because I definitely said, he made it. And I just fell down, man, because like you say, people, they think they know the work that goes in, but they don't know the time away from families, the missed whatever coaches miss, the rushed anniversary dinners if a coach has an anniversary during the season. Just so many different things. Man, the kids sacrifice a lot, whether it's a date with a girlfriend, whether it's sacrificing not making money for themselves. We got kids that have to work,
right,
and they take less hours. I mean, just sacrificing being a normal kid, right? We out here practicing on Thanksgiving. Mama might be gone for the week because she wants to go out of town and she gonna come back on Friday. So to see all of that come to fruition, again, you work hard for something, you want to get the ultimate prize at the end. So when that ball goes through, it's the sheer joy of knowing, like, man, I really, really accomplished something great as a player, as a coach. Everything that I put in worked out, and it worked out for my good, right? Not because we were on the opposite end of it, and that opposite end of it was a long 300 and basically like 60 days from being in Fort Lauderdale, losing on December 16th to now December 7th, getting the job done. So it was a lot of work to go into that.
Yeah, it was like I say, man, it was a big accomplishment for for y'all, and like you said, the hard work that the kids had to endure and go through, and missing holidays and dates and everything, and still trying to pass in school.
Yes, sir.
So all that, it's a student athlete first. They say student first because you got to get that honor roll and them A's and them B's, and then you go on the field after school and do what you need to do. My mom was a perfect person for that for me. It was like, hey, you make more than one seed, you ain't hooping.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't finna make more than one seed. Then
Start at home.
Yeah, if I ain't on the court, I'm upset. I was one of those kids where I didn't get many whoopings or nothing like that. It was, I just take the basketball away. That was enough for me to be like, okay, maybe I should go and do this the right way so I can go and I can hoop. But yeah, man, I like I say, just real proud of the city, real proud of y'all. My another question I have for you was, dig a little deeper.
Right.
So you're also a family man. So my question is, what are the challenges with you managing a family life and then the coach life?
Man, so everybody that knows me that's around the program knows that I don't sacrifice that, right? So perfect example, not many, this is going to be something that's going to be a surprise. Some people that saw me there know I was there. Thanksgiving week, my daughter's a Part 1 cheerleader, right? So unfortunately, they always have the regional competition in Orlando, Thanksgiving week. So, and unfortunately this year for us, instead of performing on Saturday or Sunday, her first performance was on Friday. Friday morning at 8:30. So we had practice, we ate breakfast on Thanksgiving Day, and then we drove over to Orlando. Friday morning, I woke up in Orlando, watched my daughter cheer, and then I drove back here to get ready for our third round game against Sebring High School, right? Some people will say they can't distract themselves to get ready for a game. My daughter's more important than that. I got a video where she actually locked eyes with me and saw me while she was performing, and I saw her face light up. And I asked her about it. She's like, yeah, Daddy, I saw you. I'm not sacrificing that for anything. We have parking lot days so that we separate, 2 coaches per day. So that way when practice is over, if it's not your parking lot day, you go home. Because, again, no coach can coach without wife or girlfriend's, permission. We can say, I want to do what I want to do. No, you're not, bro. If the wife not happy at the house, you're not going to be here, right? So we make sure, man, that we don't get in the way of that. Obviously, there's a time commitment on the weekends. Right. But even with that, we put ourselves on the clock. Like, we meet on Sundays at 12. Everybody gets the opportunity to go to church. And then we come here at 12 o'clock. And staying here to 4 o'clock is pushing it because, again, at the same time, you want to be able to do your family thing, whether it's dinner, whether it's the park, whether it's just hanging out. Like, you want to be able to do that. So we try to do a good job of that. Our practices are open. Like, you come to our practices, my son going to be running around. Coach Snap kids, when he was here, his kids will be running around. Everybody knows it's an open environment. Like, we can't take ourselves so seriously that we can't have room for our kids. Like, our kids know to stay out of the way when it's time. You know what I mean? So, that's a huge thing for me because I know I want my kids to know I'm present. I have a stigma like of not wanting to be an absent black father. Right, we have enough absent black fathers, and I refuse to do that. Right. We won our state championship on Thursday, and my prize was going down the Reed Canal and coaching my son's 6U team that following Monday because that's what I signed up to do, and that's what I'm doing. But man, it's hard because you go home and sometimes you want to watch more film. Well, everybody knows, especially my parents. 7 to 8:30, that's Coach Roland bath time. Like, I'm giving my kids their baths, getting ready for bed, and I don't sacrifice that either. That always takes precedence too. So, it's hard, but you got to find that balance. Yeah,
that's the biggest thing I was just explaining to a few people that I'm close with where, I'm getting a lot busier doing this and doing the interviews, doing the podcasting and managing and performing. So I'm working right now. Actually, I'm in my life where I'm trying to balance, because I have 3 kids. So I'm trying to balance seeing them and being on time to things and picking them up from daycare and, just the school shopping, just taking them with me, going to get some ice cream, whether, I might have a show the next day where I'm like, just for 2 or 3 hours, I'm just going to go get them. Right. And we're just going to go real quick and try to do something.
Got to.
And then take them back and let them know that, I'm here. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So definitely finding that balance is a key to success. And I feel also it helps you get away sometimes to where, practice or whatever might have been rough that day. Yeah, but once you see the kids, you will know, it's like, that's daddy.
That's daddy.
So it's they don't care what the heck you going through. Yes, sir. They ready to play, hit on you, play on you, watch TV with you, and, let you know, how their day was, they went, what's going on, if they passed this test or if they went on this field trip. So that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I pick my son up sometimes from daycare and he'll have like a little thing from art, even though he's 4 and it look, look terrible.
Terrible. He want to show you, daddy, look.
It is.
Yes, sir.
But he's pointing at his cubby. I get it. Oh, okay. I'm at the teacher.
What is this?
You know what I'm saying? But it's little things like that I definitely do understand what you're
it's like I tell our kids, man, like, time is the greatest gift that you can give to somebody. You know, give that which was once given to you, and that's time.
Yeah.
You know, because that's when you're giving somebody your time. You know, that's what's most important.
Right.
And we as fathers, we got to get that to our kids. I know my daddy gave it to me. You know, that's my guy. You know, he's on the sideline dressed like us as coaches.
Right.
You know, he might as well be on our coach. I know the time that he still gives me. Right. He's 67 years old, and he's still giving me, you know, the time as if I was a child. Right. And so I have to give that to my son. You know, my son rode the bus with us to the state championship.
I saw that.
Rode the bus back, you know, from the state championship. I tell like my cousin said, he's the most popular person in this process.
With the
blue uniform?
Yeah, he dressed out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it was mad. And the funny story behind that, he was really, really mad at his mama because she left the white uniform. So he likes to. If you ever notice, like he come to our games, he always has on what we have on. Even when we wear white on blue, he's gonna be dressed like us. So he was hot that he did not have on all white like the boys. But he still want to dress out. He gonna dress out every game. He might not finish dressed out, but he gonna dress out, and he gonna be in the front of the handshake line all the time. Yeah, that's him. You know, and the boys embrace it. Like I got pictures, man, of my son pointing at the other team before the game start. And when you see the picture, you see them jokers, my players behind him, telling him to do it and boosting him up. But it's just, that's our thing though, man. It's family, right? And so he's learning, and he's got so many big brothers from this process. But that's also a way for me to keep him in it. My daughter, Coach Janice Giddens, Coach Punk, and our cheer coach, she allows my daughter to be on the sideline with her cheerleaders. So that's a way for my family and my kids to stay a part of what I'm a part of, right? And so that's where, you know, we keep the families involved.
Right. I remember seeing y'all come out, I think the tunnel, and I'm like, who kid is this leading the way? And he
can't
got
tell
the
him.
whole uniform.
Yes, sir.
On.
Can't tell him nothing.
Like, what's going on out here, right?
Can't tell him
but
nothing.
you could just see it in his face when he was running. Yeah. He was dead.
Oh, dead serious.
Serious.
Oh, dead serious.
I said, okay, he gonna be hitting somebody one day.
Dead serious, man.
Balls one day.
And forgets nothing, man. Orlando Jones beat us in 2021 in the playoffs, and he calls him Tiger Jones, right? Because that's their mascot. So every time we see Coach Williams, Coach Elijah Williams was the head coach, Paxton will literally walk up to him and be like, I don't like Tiger Jones. And Coach like, man, that was 2 years ago, man. Give me a break. But that's just him, man. So he's locked in, bro. And it meant something to me. I tell people all the time. Like they talked about it on the broadcast. My son was broken, bro, when we lost that game in 2022. Like him sad with that trophy was my screensaver on my phone the whole entire offseason. And so it meant something to me, like I said, again, for my own son to see you can work really hard for something and you can achieve it. And so that was huge for me, for him to be able to see it.
All right. Yeah, that's a big thing when family is behind you like that. It's another like motivation.
Absolutely.
When I was in basic training, I'll tell you a quick story for myself or something like that. I left for basic training. I grew up over on the west side by the creek. You know, it was at the time it was like a rough neighborhood. A lot of things not going on, not going good. But it's something that I'm proud of. But when I went to basic, I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, for the Army. And I was there, and there was a lot of people, they let you go home when you got there if you didn't want to be there. But I kept thinking, like, man, if I go home, people are going to see me home and think, hey, you made it, you good. So every time I would want to quit or it got really tough because I wasn't accustomed to being gone. Yeah. That was the first time in my life that I ever was gone. And it was really tough to try to figure it out. And I had to dig deep. Yeah. Like, what would my mom think? Yeah. What would my brother think? What would my dad think? You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I became very emotional at times because I knew I was out there fighting for a greater cause. Yeah, man. So I'm out there and I'm running these 2 miles. I'm doing these push-ups. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I'm like, you know what? I'll be running. This for my mom.
Whatever it takes.
This for my sister.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Gotta get it done.
I felt like I did something right because out of my siblings, I had 2 more go into the service and be great and become something, So I used to always think like, okay, if I just lock in, I could be the person that they just look up to and I can make a difference. People always ask me, why did you join the Army? And I said, I wanted to be a part of something greater than myself. Yeah. Because back then you couldn't tell me anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going to make it doing this, I'm going to make it doing that. But I noticed when I went to the Army and I took that next level, and then going to Afghanistan, going somewhere I didn't even know I was going to go.
Eyes wide open now.
Yeah, I had to, definitely sit down, humble myself, write goals, and do this and do that, and be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel and be able to make a difference with my siblings and things like that.
Yeah. So family is the greatest motivator there is, man. Like I tell the kids all the time, like I know if you play for the name that would, if we had last names right, if you play for the name on the back of the jersey, I know that's gonna take care of mainland.
Yep.
Right? Because your last name is your people. That's your daddy, that's your mama, that's your grandma, that's your uncle, that's whoever it is. So I know that if I coaching away for mainland high school, like if I coach for Roland, right? For Dorothy Roland and Tommy Roland and my grandma Asline Jenkins and my mom, who her maiden name was Jenkins. If I'm making sure I put on for those last names, mainland's gonna be just fine. Right? Because I don't want to embarrass my parents. I don't want to embarrass my grandmamas. So of course, mainland gonna be perfect. So I tell the kids all the time, man, you go out there and perform for the name on the back of that jersey. Put on for them.
Right. It's a big thing. Family to me is everything. That's what I do. Like with the legendary brand, it's not just, hey, we're gonna show up to work, we're gonna show up to do this. It's like, nah, man. Like, where do you feel like you could be more successful at? How can I help you? If you need to move this way, move this way. If you need me to come and pick you up, by all means, I don't want to do it, but I'll be there.
I'll be
you know
there.
what I'm saying? I want you to understand that, hey, it's not just about production, music, modeling, content creation, rapping, performing. It's about a brotherhood and also, a brother sisterhood for the females that I do have in my brand. My next question for you, man, I want to know, what was the biggest moment in your life that set you up for this?
Man, that's tough. I think I talked about it to a lot of the reporters after the games, and I'm going to try not to cry when I talk about this, man, because I need parents to understand how important they are, right? And that's why I work hard at being a great parent myself. My parents, man, Tommy Roland and Rose Roland, I can't thank them enough. They sacrificed so much for me. I recognize it now because my parents tell me more now that I'm older, right? You're probably like me when we're growing up. I had those parents that made sure children stayed out of adult business.
Yeah, man.
So I know my parents argued, but I never heard it. I never saw it, right? So I'm blessed that I have a mother who had my brother at 16 years old. She was a single. She was a teenage parent. Straight out of Soul City, single parent home. Right. My daddy, single parent home. My grandma had 13 children. They were in the South Street Project, man. 4-bedroom. Of course, my grandma had her own room, and everybody was in the house. So you can imagine how many people were in there. And so I'm the product of them, man. I'm the product of their hard work. They put a lot into me. So I think that's what prepared me for this. My daddy put me through the ringer, like you talked about the seas and stuff. He didn't play that. My mama didn't play that. Right. And they've always held me to a standard and always had me prepared to do certain things. And my whole life, my daddy told me, Travis, you're a leader. Like, he would take me to work, he would drop me off, and he would be like, Travis, you're a leader. Travis, you're a leader. Travis, you're a leader. Right. And so getting to this place, I've been stuck in this and knowing that he built me for this. Right. Now I'm built different. My cousin Adam kept making the joke because my dad had his own business called Roland Construction and Roland Concrete. Okay. So he kept making the joke, this Roland Concrete, this Roland Construction. And I used to tell my cousins, we'd be out there wrestling around, like, my name Travis Roland Concrete. You can't hurt me. And so, like, I still, like, as crazy as it sounds, man, I still think that way because I'm like, everything I've gone through in life has prepared me for this moment, but it's been my parents, man. Tommy and Rose Roland have built me for this, prepared me to be this person like that I'm blessed to be. And I think that I owe them everything because they put it into me to be this person. And obviously they put God in my life, and that's helped me to handle all of the negativity that I've faced in my life. Right. And it's helped me to handle all of the success the right way in my life.
Okay. Moving right along, like, I'm right there with you, you know what I mean? That's much respect for the parents. I remember, I think your dad was out there. I was always like kind of going when I got a little older, from 19 until about 2 years ago. But he was over Pop Warner, like.
Still is.
Okay.
Shoot.
I'm about to say,
man, look, dude got hit by a semi-truck back in 09, and he was out there with the walker.
Is he out there with a boot on for a little minute, too?
Let me tell you something. He got hit by the semi-truck, like himself, his body. It was October 09. So he was in rehab for a long time. This man went to a playoff game like in December. Had no business out there. The next year, he's still out there on the walker in August with a boot on. He got, he wrapped up like he a pro wrestler with elbow braces everywhere. His hands wrapped up from the plastic surgery he had to have. And he was out there. Right. Those kids are they keep him young. He love it, man. Like, he's not going to stop. He'll be out there till he's 90 if God willing. That's his thing, man, is Daytona Beach Pop Warner. He lives it, eats, sleep, breathe it. He's going to be out there for a long time. And even when I try to get him to stop, he's not. That's his. But he puts into those kids, man. He's done it for. He's been coaching. Shoot, I'm 37. He's been coaching 40, 50 years at this point now.
Yeah.
But he's been a commissioner out there for like the last 17, and that's not gonna stop. He's gonna stay out there.
Yeah, I used to see him with the golf cart with the kids on the back.
Sir.
They hanging out.
Yes, sir.
My brothers Ryan Mack and Roland played out there.
Yep. He loved all them boys.
Yeah, I used to be out there on the sideline. Then when he kind of started seeing my face, I was able to come over the barrier.
Yeah.
Now I used to be out there just to get on the field. I used to get a water bottle. He's like, we need 2 more water, guys. I'm hopping to get like, I just want to be on the field.
You gonna do it
out there, you know? And I was able to kind of learn the game a little bit more, being out there with the kids and see how important it is, for the kids to be able to be out there. But your dad definitely, I know for a fact, made a difference out there because I saw him make a difference out there.
Oh yeah, man, he's a pillar of this community. I tell people all the time, like, people trust me off the strength of him. Right, off the strength of him. And again, like his backstory, I always mess with him, man, because people have like, 819 has been a thing, right? I'm like, how you feel like knowing that you one of the originators of 819 South Street? Like that's you, dude. Like I've taught enough people to know and learn about who you were before you became Deacon Roland and Coach Roland at the Bucks. And so, that's why he's big on giving kids a bunch of chances, because he knows, he always says if he can change from who he was, he knows that a kid can change.
For sure.
And so I've put kids off the team, whether it was here or at Palm Coast when I was the head coach up there, and he has called me and been like, hey, man, give that kid another chance. You don't think you want to give him another chance? Because of where he came from.
Yeah, so what is the biggest challenge for you, like, as a coach, and what could you give any up-and-coming coaches or coaches that's going through a hard time right now, any advice? Like what is the challenge that you have to face in order to get to where you're going?
Well, that's a loaded one there, boy. Sheesh. I think number one, man, you got to stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
Like because you can't fix or help anybody, whether it's your coaches, whether it's your kids. If you're not true to you, you can't help that. Right, so you got to stay true to who you are. You can't try to become super cool if you don't think you're cool enough. You can't try to become more, down to earth if you've been uppity. Like, you got to try to find that happy medium and stay true to who you are. I think the hardest thing right now, man, is fighting the street. Right. As crazy as that sounds, the streets are still the thing that pulls our kids,
right,
from this positive thing, because the fast money, the fast way to popularity and fame is out there in the street.
Right.
The long way is school. The long way is football, right? The right way.
Yeah. What
we call, again, all of this is built within the Buck way. We sat down and made the Buck way, right? Integrity is in there. Empowerment is in there. Teamwork and loyalty is built within those pillars of our Buck way. But, like, the hardest part is fighting the streets, because we all know it, man. When we grow up and we get to this middle school, high school age, some of our friends start to go this way.
Right.
We got to decide, are we going to go that way on our own?
Yeah.
Right. Every one of us have done it. Our parents, us, our wives, we've all had to make those decisions. And sometimes those guys that go the wrong way, it look fun over there. For a while. Right? It look real fun over there, because I hear coach yelling at me, bro, I don't got to go through this, bro. Like, I don't got no offers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go to college. They think signing day is all there is. They don't realize, like, you don't have to play football after college. Football is here to help you as a tool, right? It's a means to an end, but that's the hardest part, is trying to help kids see the life lessons football is going to teach, because right now they see their friends out there making money, however they're making the money, so it's easier to go that route. Right. Okay. For me, that's the hardest part. And I tell any coach, you just got to trust what you're doing, trust that the gems and knowledge you're dropping on these kids is going to work. Right. But that's one of the hardest challenges, man, is fighting that, because you're trying to get them to stick with something that's hard. Football ain't easy. No, it's not. It ain't easy.
I tell you I'll tell you a quick story. I went to Bonner Elementary, right? Like I said, I hooped, and I wanted to be able to, play ball and do things like that, right? I had to get in tune with football, so going to Georgia, bigger kids, cornbread, and country boys, right? Yeah. Man, I go out there, man, my 6th grade year, man, And, you know, I'm down here, I'm, you know, flag football, you couldn't touch me, you know?
Well, yeah.
I'm like, so when I get up there, I'm like, okay.
I'm good.
My family, you know, Jose is in my blood.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, it's my uncle, you know, my dad played running back, you know, I got a couple cousins that went to Arizona State and all these places. So I'm like, man, I'm finna play ball.
It's easy.
Yeah, I'm finna play. They told me, man, nobody could catch me, man. Man. One of my first practices, man, you know, in the beginning, the summer workouts, you just running.
Yeah.
I made it through all that.
Do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I run. You know, I'm from day two. Like, that's what we did out here at Pine Hill.
Yes, sir.
We ran.
Yes, sir.
Man, my first time I got hit, that was the last time I got hit.
Change your life, my guy.
Listen. So I tell this story all the time. I end up one of the first practices or something, like I scored, right? So they're like, man, you pretty fast. What you like? Yeah, I just, you know, put him on the 8th grade team. Oof. Because then they Pop Warner.
Oh, yeah. Middle school.
I mean, middle school. Yeah, well, but at the time, I'm like, oh, yeah,
I can do this. I'm
so
fast.
the next day in school, oh, yeah, you feel me? I'm talking to like ladies. I ain't put them on the 8th grade team, you know. I ain't even been here 2 days, you know. Man, that first 8th grade practice, man, I want to say, man, they punt the ball, right?
Oof. Ooh.
And I catch it.
Ain't nobody blocking.
Dog, I catch it, and I'm like, I'm about to do these boys something. I catch the ball. That's all I remember. And I know the athlete, the competitive person in me wanted to get that ball and take it to the crib like I did the following, you know, the day before that for the 6th grade team.
Yeah, it's easy. I can do this again.
Nah, them boy hit me. That was my last practice. I swear, I could call my mama right now. That was the last football practice I ever had. After that, it was straight basketball for me.
And we all got to make it through. That first hit, man, my son just started playing. 5 years old. I think it's too early, but you see how he was dressed out. I tried to keep him from it, right? I was like, you can wait till you 7, 8, 9, I don't care. Man, my baby got hit so hard when we were playing against Pine Hills this past year, man. I was so happy that he got up and kept playing.
Yeah.
It did something to me because a lot of the time, you know, you like you talking about, you get hit, it take that one hit to be like, nah, you know what? I'm taking this off. I ain't doing this no more.
I'm on the sideline. They like, man, we'll just put you back down and sit.
Nah,
man,
I'm good.
Back down to nothing, man. They ain't blocking.
Right.
I'm talking about at this point I'm crying.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, man, my head hurt.
Yes, sir.
My mama got all
yes,
she like you know how you leave, they give you like the
High
little bag.
with, baby.
She like, where your bag and stuff that I paid for, man, look. I got the check right here.
Yeah.
I got it back.
I got your money back, Mom.
Tell my daddy I said, thank you. Basketball season is in October. I'm done.
I'm going to the AC.
I'm on punishment. Nigga, you gonna go out there? Listen.
No, I'm not.
I'm tired of shit. I don't care what you do. You can take the game. You can take
it
this time
all.
it's PlayStation 3 or 2 at the time. You can take whatever you need to do. I ain't going back out there with the boys.
Get here to change your life,
That's
man.
the last practice for football I ever had.
Hey.
And it worked out perfect. I had 3 state championships in basketball. Hey. So I ended up winning, I think, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, I mean, and then I ended up, you know, going to play tennis, and I won a state championship in tennis. Yeah, I went and ran cross country. I got a state championship in cross country. So anything where it's not somebody trying to fold me up like a pretzel.
Bingo.
You got me.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
I was crazy enough the last year to put the helmet and shoulder pads on. I'm going to go out here, have fun, make the kids have fun at practice. Man, let me tell you something. I 1,000% had a concussion. I called the football game with a concussion. Coach, my head was hurting so bad. I was like, this is stupid. Like, why did I even think about doing this? This was dumb. Like, Javier Ortiz, you know, you did that to me, son. Like, I won the battle at practice, but you won the war because Coach called the whole game that last year when it got their concussion, man. I tell you all the time, I'm a has-been. That day is over. I'm not hitting nobody. I'm not getting hit. Nope, not doing it. It's over with.
Now, see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I feel like I'm an athlete. I'm good in a lot of sports. Like I just named you 3 sports that I have
that you played. Yes, sir.
Right? And I actually won, right? See, if you want to get me in flag, you know what I'm saying, especially back in the day, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm that grown man out there. I'm getting you like, man, you used to play. Oh, yeah, I used to play. No, I played for 2 days.
2 days.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't tell when it was out there.
Yeah, they don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out there playing safety and quarterback. They're like, well, oh, yeah, I went to mainland, but I ain't play. That's the football school. But if you look me up, you know what I'm saying? We did go second, third round basketball.
Yep, playing basketball.
I commend any football player that go from from the Bucks, Pop Warner, all the way to college.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep hitting. Take care of your body. Make sure you hydrate. You know what I'm saying? I know rehab is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Coming from an athlete to another athlete. You know what I'm saying? Listen to these coaches. They're trying to lead y'all in the right direction. And quarterbacks that run. Because I know we getting off topic. I love y'all, right? Vic is the GOAT to me. Vic is the GOAT to me. Get your behind on the ground.
You too valuable.
We need you for the next play in the next year.
Sir.
And y'all make the most money in the NFL other than like the offensive lineman or something like that. Sir. Come on, bro. Lamar Jackson, y'all got to get down, bro.
Listen, So this year we had DJ Murs as starting quarterback. He's a dual threat kid. He can run, right? We have a young guy that can sling it. I mean, he's gonna be phenomenal for us as time goes on. Sebastian Johnson. Coach, listen, he gets in the kickoff classic. DJ been running. Everybody get hyped behind it. Seabass, you don't run. You literally are like Tom Brady-esque, Peyton Manning. You get the ball out your hand.
Yeah.
Coach, this boy tries to run. Coach, he don't slide in time. Kid land on top of him, break his collarbone.
See what I'm saying?
And we so angry. We were out of back of quarterback for the first like four or 5 weeks of the season, Coach. Just because this man went and slide. I'm like, bro, we don't need you to run. You have nothing to prove to us. Don't prove it to us. Throw the foot. Get down.
Yeah.
Immediately. As soon as they at you, get down right now. Stay down.
I'm watching Lamar Jackson Sunday, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, bro, this, and I see the coach kind of looking. And I think he looked at the offensive coordinator. What is he doing?
What is he doing?
You got to get your
the franchise is on your back.
You get $200 million.
Yes, it's over with. You get
practice.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, man. Football, I commend everybody, man. Salute all football players, man. I used to see Roman out there killing people.
Yeah, Romo.
Like, I used to tell Roman in the house, man, why you tackle the man that stood on his head like that, bro? You got up, bro. You had to push off on him.
It's a mentality.
But he said, nah, bro, because he gonna start coming this way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro. Not that you say, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But if you had to, maybe like a pitching to get somebody to come here, to get a parent to trust you, you know what I'm saying? What would be your pitch to the parents and the students out there that's looking for a change and looking to become, I don't even want to say winner, because, having a family is bigger than a winner.
Yep.
Right? I want them come here and be able to make a difference and be a student athlete and know, okay, mom, dad, sister, everybody depend on me for me to just be great. Right. Not got to make it to college, not got to make it to the NFL, but just be great as a young man. Right. What will you tell in young man and some parents out there?
So first thing I got to do is I'm going to look into the camera and say, all of our haters that are going to watch this, FHSA, I am not recruiting. This man asked me to talk about my program, so let's just start there.
Start there now. I'm just trying to get him, you know what I'm saying, to put some knowledge into these young folks and these older parents and everything.
But no, man, in all seriousness, man, I tell people, go find somebody. Go talk to somebody that's been a part of this program, whether I was their head coach, whether I was their defensive coordinator. Go talk to them, right? They're going to tell you, like, James Moose McCloskey, he played for us. He transferred to Seabreeze years ago, back in 2014 and 15 and 16, right? James was like, when you play for Coach Roland, you're going to hate him. He literally said, he's like, you're going to hate him. He said, after time goes by, you're going to love him. Right. Mm-hmm. And so, but I think, man, just go talk to somebody. They're going to tell you it's hard. They're going to tell you it's intense, but they're going to tell you that when we talk about family, which stands forget about me, I love you, we mean that. Right. You can go talk to Kevin McCrary, who's graduated from FAU. He played for us in 2014. Yeah. You can go talk to Cyrus Fagan, who has a master's degree that played for us here. You can go talk to AJ Westbrook, who's graduated college. You can go talk to Marcus Brunson, right, who played for us and was a late signee going to Ohio, has graduated college. Our guys that have played here since 2012, go talk to those guys under Coach Wilson's first team, the 2012 Buck Boys that graduated 2012.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, like the DJ Howards, the Jarvis Motts, the Rick Rumps, all those guys, man, who have gone on to do great things. Ricky Norris, right, who went to Tuskegee and as a graduate and being a great father and working now. Like, we've got a lot of kids who've come through this program and graduated. I remember, in my day of playing, the big thing was mainland kids didn't survive at college. Well, now we're winning more than everybody, right, on the football field. Right. But we're also winning after high school. Our guys are going to college and graduating. Right. That stigma of going to mainland and being a great football player and then going off to college and coming back home and not finishing, that stigma's gone. Right. And that's what I get fired up about, because now when you go pull those stats, like I'm forgetting kids who graduated. Like, literally, all y'all guys have graduated. Please don't kill me. I am going to make a PSA on Facebook. I need you to give me your information of what college you attended and where you graduated from, because there's a bunch of guys that have gone on, especially those 2012 Buck Boys started it, and it's been a lot of graduating that's been happening, and that stuff we need to sell. So for me, man, we're not changing your kid just for football. We're changing your kid for life. And that's what you're going to get here at Mainland High School.
Well, hey, you heard it here first, man. You heard, if you're looking for a change, sometimes change is needed. And not saying other coaches are not doing the things that they're supposed to be doing, but, sometimes it takes somebody else to say something and have a different vision and a different vibe and, different goals and priorities that they make, and you're able to make a difference and be able to do something for the community like, yourself has been doing when it comes to the student athletes. And even, like I said, I told you the city, man. My next question was, how many players you think you that went to college You just gave a PSA. So
Listen.
do we want to give it an attempt for the giggles, or do you?
Man, so I really just, I mean, I coach DBs. Right? That was my claim to fame and what's kind of gotten me the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Nelson gives me grief because he always said, I tell him, like, bro, you play offense in college.
Yeah.
Like, but he's always like, I started a DB for you as a freshman at Seabreeze, which that is true.
Okay.
So like, if we go from the origin of it, Charles, right, was my first DB that went to college.
Charles was
obviously,
like that.
yes, he was.
He was at Oregon.
Right, at Oregon.
Yeah, he was at Oregon.
Then we get here and we're talking about the big three in Miko, AJ Westbrook, and BJ Gregory, right? BJ was the smaller of all of them,
right?
But technique-wise,
to me he was the smartest.
Yes, sir.
And he had the best.
Yes, sir.
If you watch, to me, his feet.
Yes, sir.
Was so.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's what I be watching.
That's the big three from 2012 to about 2014. Then Cyrus came. We had Cyrus Fagan. Jamar Tank Morgan played for us. And went to a Division II school and went to Hutchinson first out of junior college.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of guys. And I hate naming because I start forgetting all the secondaries we've had. RJ Stokes is a great player for us. Keelan Kennedy, right, who went to junior college, was the number one JUCO corner in the country. He just got through, man, having a great season in the XFL.
Right.
Like, I think might either let it in pass breakups or whatever it may be. Like, there's a lot of kids. Nick Redden, who we coached at FPC, went to Army. A kid named Jalen Collins, who went to Stetson. Like, there's a lot of kids. Dennis Shorter, who played for us at FBC, now just is a captain for South Dakota, who beat North Dakota in the regular season. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, now you're talking about Zay Mincy being one of the best corners in the country. Had Nick Saban here a couple weeks ago. I know I'm forgetting a lot of guys that I've coached, like Kali Williams, who went to Citadel and has graduated from Citadel and is now coaching over in the Tampa area. He was player of the year in the Southern Conference. Like, there's a lot of guys who nobody even knows about, right, that we've coached here, that I've had the privilege to coach. I've been blessed, man. I tell you all the time, like, I've been blessed. Those guys listen to me, right? And so we've been blessed to create some greatness because, again, I know I'm an acquired taste as a football coach.
Yeah.
It ain't easy because of how I was coached, right, from Coach Lenny and Coach EP when I was in Pop Warner to my dad, and then to when I got here, man, everybody knows Coach JB. Coach JB has a standard. Coach Mark Lippens, who was here before, who was the DC before him, have a standard.
Right.
And so then the great Alvin Wyatt, at Cookman,
right.
That's all I know. It's hard.
Yeah.
So, and a standard. So I coach the same way, but I promise you one thing about it here, if you come here, you're gonna get the best coach in the country.
Right.
Like it is what it is. There's no, and especially, no shot at nobody else in our area right now, but if you want to be the best, you come get coached by the best. And it's obvious with the development that we've had at this place, right? LJ and Zay were considered long basketball players. They were soft. Well, over the course of 3 years, those long, soft basketball players have turned it to LJ being the number 6 player in the country and Zay being the number 65 ranked player in the country.
Right.
And that's just, the proof is in the pudding, but what they've turned into. So, there's no choice. I'm gonna have to put it out one day, man. Miko asked me to do it a couple years ago when somebody was talking a little trash. I was like, man, I'm not even gonna respond to that. But sitting here talking to you about it, man, I do think we need a little more respect on our name with all the talent we've developed over the course of time.
I tell people all the time. Normally, people got like 1 or 2 people that they name from their city. Like I said, even my class, like with Deontay Wilson.
Yes, sir. See, like
you got DJ Howard, you got Rick Rump, you got Leonard Williams. I know
Quentin Powell, Juicy.
Juicy. Oh my God, that's what it's Shelton.
Yeah.
Like that year, we had Squirt transfer my senior year and balled out. You know what I'm saying, when he got in there.
And a lot of these guys, I keep sorry to run you, like going back to, a lot of these guys have graduated, man.
Right.
These guys have graduated, and that's the thing. Like, we need to, as a city, push that more. Like, yes, we want to be great, legendary high school football players and put on for our city, and even go to college and put on for our city. But the biggest thing of it is, like Coach T.A. said at the Sunday just yesterday, right? We need go get the degree, because when you get a degree, you can go get a job and you can go do great things, right? Even if you become the creator of a record label, right, you still need some form of education to help you develop, or you go into the service because now you learn and your mind gets changed. When you go to that higher education, be it in our armed services or be it in college, your brain changes. You meet other like-minded people that's gonna help change you. So that's why we got to continue to push, and that's why I say, like, I'll say it on this. this would be the PSA. You guys that played for Coach Wilson on those first couple of teams when he became the head coach, all you guys that have graduated from like basically 2011 till now, if you know you've graduated, man, please DM me on one of my social medias and give me your college and give me the year you graduated, because I have a plan to produce something great, because people need to put some respect, right, on the name of Mainland High School and what this football program has helped to develop, because they don't understand we develop more than just high school stars. We develop guys that become college graduates.
Hey, you heard it here first. I want to say thank you for the interview, man.
Thank you, man.
It's been amazing. You know, you coming on the Legendary Talk podcast. To me, it's a blessing. Like I was telling the gang, is like we've done, you know, about 2 to 3 interviews with producers, with workout people, with content creators, with DJs, you know, that's also becoming successful in their field of work and what they're doing. So to me, it was an honor to actually, you know, see you at the parade. Yeah. I was in uniform working. You know, I was like, man, I'm going to get this interview, man. Because I feel like, you know, coming from this school, it was a lot of pride, you know, for me. It was something, like I told you at work, I was unsteady, like, we got to do something, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm texting my boy, I'm texting my cousin, you know, Irvin Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
That's my big
man,
cousin.
I grew up playing Part 1 of football with her.
I'm texting her, like, what let's go with, man, because it keep freezing up, man. I'm about to leave work, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give a shout out to the whole staff, everybody that's here, everybody that's chasing dreams, all the kids, man, that's trying to be great, everybody that's just doing something for the city and not for themselves, and be able to make a difference in what we're doing. I want to be able to raise awareness for the school, and I want you to continue what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
You're doing great things. I appreciate the interview, man.
Sir. Appreciate you.
And hey, I'm gonna talk my, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cuss on here, man, because this is another, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, we trying to go back next year, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
We gonna do the LeBron, man. We ain't trying to get 1. We ain't trying to get 2.
3.
We ain't trying to get 3.
Gotta get them.
And this is my word for real, because I missed this. Next year when y'all go back again, wherever y'all at, we there.
Absolutely,
That's
man.
my
Let's
word,
do it,
man.
Let's
So,
do it.
I don't care what nobody say, man. We all the champs, man.
Yes, sir.
The champs, man.
Yes, sir.
If you went to another school, you still a champ because it's in your city.
It's in your city.
Come out, support,
Thank you,
man. You know what I'm saying? What's the date on the season next year? What's the first?
Shoot.
Can I get
it'll be the week of like August 24th. I think it'll be the first game, man. Absolutely, come on and come out. The kids love when people show up, man. Daytona. Listen to me, Daytona. These kids love y'all, man. They want you to support them. They need your positive energy. Your positive energy throughout these playoff runs is what got us here, man. The positive energy of meeting somebody that I did not know, right? It was organic, and it was positive, because when you come with positive, you only gonna get positive. Positive begets positive. Like, as crazy as that might sound, that's what you're gonna get. We don't need negativity in our city, man. Our city too small to even have negativity. Let's be so positive, bro, that everything that comes out is positive, because the kids feed off what us adults doing. So we thank you. Come out. Spring football is going to be the last week of April. Come on out and see what the champs got going on, because it's more in the stable. I know people think them 35 graduates we got, and it's going to be empty. No, sir. It's Mainland High School. Mainland is Mainland.
Mainland is Mainland. We out, man. Love. We gone.
Hold up, 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 hold up. And told that you better hold up. Made a throw up. Legendary about to blow up. Man, you need to hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Legendary.